At that very moment, when you start up a business, you join the battle for users' attention and probably start losing it. Even if you were so lucky to grab the attention, you won't be able to retain most of your customers. Look at the chart. This SaaS statistics says that a median SaaS company loses 80% of signed users. Ouch! Now, when we both feel that pain, I'll show you another not so sad statistics. This one says that elite SaaS companies retain their customers twice as well as median ones. So there must be a way to improve your customer engagement level. In today's video, I'll show you the way. Hi, I'm Eleken, founder of Eleken product design agency for SaaS. If you're new here, please make sure to like this video and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about user engagement. Attention is a finite source companies are fighting for. If users choose to spend their time in particular app, it means they have found some value in it. This allows businesses to make money from the product with ads, sales, or subscriptions. Better engagement, better profitability. Most SaaS products are subscription-based. Their viability depends on the number of customers willing to continue their subscription. If a user is not engaged enough, they are likely to forget about your product among tens of others they use regularly, until they get a notification of automatic monthly payment. We are naturally interested in increasing engagement. But wait, what is engagement actually? If you think that user engagement is a self-explanatory term, you will be surprised how many definitions there are. Let's not overcomplicate the matter. Basically, user engagement means any interactions users have within your product. It can be measured by a combination of activities such as downloads, clicks, shares, and more. Engagement indicators differ from company to company depending on their business model. For instance, Airbnb may consider engagement high if a user rents a flat once a year. For Facebook, daily usage would be a good result. With that being said, your first step to improve user engagement is to decide what engagement means to you. Are you going to measure daily or monthly visits, created reports, or maybe session lengths? Based on the product specifics, some metrics would work for one while being totally irrelevant for another. Session time. This would be a good metric for a social media where the mastery or stealing users' time and attention is key to success. On the other hand, sometimes increased session time can be a sign of confusing UX design, not the sign of an engaging app. Key features usage. What is special about this metric is that it can give more than just one result. For instance, you can measure the result for different features and see which ones are used most. Maybe you will realize that people don't need one of the features, or never use it because it's hidden deep in the menu, or maybe they use only the features that are not related to the paid tier. Measuring the usage of key features separately can give you many answers. The number of outcomes. If your product is a music streaming service, number of tracks added to playlists can be a user engagement metric. You define yourself what are the outcomes to measure in your product. Number of documents, files, messages, likes. Just make sure that it's directly related to user engagement and not a vanity metric. Vanity metrics. Term vanity metrics introduced by Eric Ries stands for those metrics that look impressive but actually don't bring valuable information about the business. According to Nielsen Norman Group, the total number of website page views is the vanity metric if we want to measure user engagement. Can be a result of your product appearing on a popular news website, and often this metric doesn't relate to what the team can do. Instead, they suggest measuring page views per session or screens per session. If users click through different screens, it means that they are interacting with the app and not just open it accidentally. Now, how to determine your engagement score? I recommend you to define right metrics after you started and have been tracking user engagement for some time. By drawing a graph of user engagement, you can see what are the average, high, and low results of your product. Based on this info, you can set objectives for future development if you think that user engagement needs to be increased. The most important are not absolute numbers, but dynamics. User engagement score helps you to analyze how successful the latest design update was. Also, you want to see which groups of users are less engaged and whom you want to focus on. To measure user engagement correctly, count how often users receive value from your product, not how often they open an app. Receiving value is also called an engagement action. For a pizza delivery service, it would be a pizza order. For a file exchange service, it would be an upload or download. Keeping that in mind, user engagement should be just one of the metrics for measuring the performance of a product. In one of my previous videos, you can find a full list of key SaaS metrics. Measurements open the way to improvements, so it's time to speak on how to improve user engagement. Analyzing the behavior of loyal customers can lead to valuable insights. For instance, you may find out desirable usage patterns. Analyze the behavior of your frequent visitors and one-time visitors. What is different between those two groups? Engaged users have probably found the golden path to the app's value that churned users overlook. An iconic example of such desirable usage patterns is the story of the Facebook team and their formula of 7 friends for 10 days. Look at how early Facebook executive speaks about this discovery. After all the testing, all the iterating, and all this stuff, you know what the single biggest thing we realized? Get any individual to 7 friends in 10 days. That was it. You want a keystone? That's our keystone. There is not much more complexity than that. After you discover your own engagement pattern, you can adjust the app design to increase the number of users who replicate it. Engagement metrics measurement comes in handy here again. It helps to reveal which of our adjustments affect engagement. To test the efficiency of your design on content novelties, look at how they affect your engagement metrics. If you see a surge in traffic after sending a newsletter, then maybe you should increase the frequency of your updates. If your new feature didn't improve your North Star metric as it was supposed to, you probably need one more design iteration. After Facebook discovered its engagement formula, it came up with some steps to promote it among newcomers. Facebook now pulls a list of suggested friends from your Gmail account. It recommends friends from your school, college, and the company you work for. It puts a big square blue Add Friend button everywhere so you don't forget to add your friends. That seemed to work, as today Facebook is the biggest social media platform with 3 billion monthly active users. The final step in preventing user churn is to discover engagement barriers. By analyzing the customer journey and identifying events that can cause users to leave, your product teams can detect and fix usability issues. Sometimes a small optimization can make a big difference, like in the case of Best Buy. Their team assumed that first-time shoppers won't mind registering before checkout because it will accelerate the purchase process when they come up next time. But usability testing has shown that customers did mind. They wanted shopping to be easy now, not the next time. So users often abandon their shopping carts after seeing the registration form. Now designers removed the mandatory form, and in the first months it resulted in 15 million of extra purchases. How do you like this engagement spike? Let's wrap up. Understanding SaaS user engagement is highly important for tracking product performance. However, it cannot be pulled into one-fits-all formula. Every product owner needs to think of the actions and indicators that will best reflect on user engagement. Based on representative metrics, effective models of user engagement can be developed. To improve your engagement, start by deciding what engagement metrics you need to measure. Compare engaged and unengaged users to find desirable usage patterns. Find out how to make more users replicate the pattern. And finally, discover and remove engagement barriers. That's all for now. I hope that was useful. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I see you in the next video.